Hi, hello, and welcome to the Knits and Makes podcast, episode 2. This is weird, I'm still adjusting to this. My name is Libby. It is August 26, 2020, and I'm coming to you from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is very exciting. So last week, I'm going to dive right in. This is a knitting podcast, and I do some other things, but I'm doing a lot of knitting right now. So I recorded an episode last week. It was like a little rocky to start. I find the intro is a little bit challenging, so we'll see if that improves over time. But anyways, Lola, my kitten, is sitting here next to me. She seems to be actually content. She's been running around all morning, and we'll see if she plays with my yarn too much. She loves my yarn. Okay, so I'm gonna update you on some things that I have finished from last week, which is very exciting. I have a couple works in progress, which are different from the last that I shared, and I don't have any new yarn acquisitions, which is a good thing. I'm trying not to buy too much yarn right now because I don't need more than what I need, really. So I'm trying to use up my stash as best that I can. So I'm going to show you some items that I purchased a while ago with plans that I have not done anything with, but I'm going to talk about the plans that I have for them. I thought that might be fun. So let me get started with these guys. So I shared this sock with you last time. Ta-da! Very pretty. It's still a little damp. I blocked it last night, so I now have 2 socks. Very exciting. This is the Not Another Ruffle sock by Not Another Pearl and Jonah Bailey on Instagram. I'm test knitting for them, which is very exciting. I've never been part of a test knit before. The test knit group has been really fun. I kind of didn't know what to expect, but it's like, I actually don't know how many people are in the group, maybe like 10 or 12 people, and everybody's super nice and really encouraging, and we've all been like posting photos in progress, and everybody just like comments and says how excited they are, and it's really fun. I'm loving seeing everybody's combos, like color combinations, because the body of the sock is worked in one color, and then you have an accent color for the ruffle. So the yarn that I use for mine is Hello Stella. This is her Hello Pretty Bird July colorway, which was really popular. I had wanted to purchase one of her clubs before, but I had never really taken the plunge. I don't know why. I get nervous with clubs like that because you don't know what the yarn is going to look like until it's shipped to you. But there's an inspiration photo. So the inspiration photo that she used for this yarn, of course I don't remember what the bird was, but she picks a bird every month and then designs a yarn colorway based on the colors in the photo. And this bird was some type of pigeon. It was very obviously brightly colored. And the feedback she got after posting the photos of the skyline on Instagram was super positive. So I think she doesn't write down how she makes the colorways, but she made something very similar, which she's posting in a new shop update, I think this week or so. Anyways, so the accent color is also by Hello Stella, and it was from a mini skein that I got in a pack of mini skeins. So anyways, I love how these knit up. They're super cute. They fit perfectly, which was surprising to me because normally I knit my socks with 64 stitches around on a US 1 needle, and these I knit the recommended size, and I was skeptical, so I knit the medium based on my foot circumference, and it was only 56 stitches around, so I was really unsure how they were going to fit, also on a US 1 needle. And they fit fine. They fit perfectly. They're toe up, which I really enjoyed. I don't knit a lot of toe up socks, so you start with the toe and knit until you get to the heel, and then you turn the heel, which I really liked because you can try the sock on as you go. Because I struggle with fit sometimes, like, because the problem with the heel and the toe is you have to estimate how long it's going to be after you knit it, and so when you're knitting the bottom of your sock, you knit until you think you have, I don't know, 2 inches or so left, and then you finish the toe. So sometimes I've had socks be like a little too small or a little too big, because you're, I don't know, I guess you can do the math, but you're mostly hoping and guessing that it's gonna fit. Whereas with these, you tried them on, so you're like, yeah, I know these fit. So anyways, I really like them. They have, like, you knit however tall you want them to be, and then you knit a 1x1 twisted rib cuff. Normally I don't like twisted rib. I don't like twisted stitches in general, usually, because I used to knit wrong. I used to knit all of my stitches twisted, and so the look of it, in my brain, I associate it with it being wrong, even though I know it's a style choice, like it's a design element. And I like the way these look. This is a close-up of the cuff, so you can see the twisted rib gives it a bit more definition than a regular 1x1 rib, and I like it. I think if I knit them again, I would maybe try not doing them twisted just to see how it looks. And then the ruffle is really simple. You just like increase a bunch of stitches and you knit like 2 rounds, so it uses so little contrast color. You could use scraps for it. I weighed my yarn after finishing them and it used, like, I think 3 grams of yarn. So if you have a bunch of like 10-gram mini skeins, like, that would be perfect for those. So the test knit is closing soon. I think September the 5th. It was supposed to be the end of August, and then she wasn't sure if everyone was going to finish in time, so I think she extended to the middle of September. But now, since we've all been like posting on our Instagram feeds, because a lot of us are finishing now, like, they're getting a bit of hype, so I think she's hoping to close it on September the 5th so that she can start getting ready to publish the pattern, because I think the pattern's pretty much refined. Like, we've figured out all of the little things that needed to be tweaked. So I'm super excited for it to be published. I want to take some like proper photos so that I can post them closer to the release date, because yeah, I want people to be excited about them because I'm excited about them. I'm gonna knit more. I like ruffle socks. I like them a lot. I definitely want a whole bunch of them for my fall wardrobe. I'm picturing them with like my little like boots, like my Blood and Stones, my high heel. I've got some like heeled boots that are low. I think they'd be super cute. So anyways, that's my socks. I'm very excited, happy to be done. So one other thing that I finished this week that I showed last week is my Aqua Marline sweater. Ta-da! It's hard to show all of it. This is it. Big poofy sleeves. Yeah. I have some ends to weave in still. So this is the Aqua Marline by Park and Knit on Instagram. Park Williams. This was really fun. This was a fun scrappy knit. I used a bunch of random skeins that I had around. I have a lot of, obviously, the same color, like a lot of maroons, burgundies, some beiges and purples and stuff. So I wanted to use some of those up. I had set aside a lot more yellow as well. I thought I was going to use more yellow, but then I don't know, I got more into the maroon and I just liked how that was looking, so I stuck with that. So I have like a bunch of yellow and beige and other things like that, so I think that I could probably knit another one of these. I think I would. So I knit the medium and it fits. It's a good fit. That was the recommended size based on my bust measurement, which is 38 inches. So I think that was like spot on the medium, but it has positive ease and like it's obviously it's super big in the arms as well. There's a lot of room for play between the sizes, so I'd be curious to knit the small and just see how that compared. Like, it fits great. I like the fit of it. I think like it's gonna be super cozy in the fall and the winter. I like oversized sweaters, but I also like fitted sweaters. I've also knit a lot of sweaters this year, so I mean, it being August, I haven't had a lot of winter or cold months yet to truly experience, so I haven't worn a lot of my sweaters in the fall, so I don't really know what I'm gonna like to wear out of things that I've knit. I started knitting a long time ago, 2014 maybe. I guess that's not that long ago, 6 years, when I was in college. But I didn't start knitting sweaters until last year, 2019, in the spring. Well, I finished my first sweater in the spring of last year. I know this because when we went, so my partner Jared and we went to Europe in 2018 in the fall, and I like to buy yarn as souvenirs wherever I go. I don't know, I think it's fun because there's like a memory associated with every like bit of yarn that I have now, so if I knit them into something, then it's part of the memory. I don't know. So anyways, I got some yarn, like when we were in Berlin, I got some yarn specifically to knit a sweater with as a memory. I had a very specific pattern in mind. It was the No Frills sweater by Petite Knit. Actually, I have it. I'll just grab it. Here it is. So this is the first sweater I ever knit. Pink. Simple, very simple design. Simple sleeves. Like super wearable design. I really like this sweater. I never wear it. I knit it the way that it was designed to be knit. It's a fingering weight yarn held with Mohair. And this was how I learned that I hate Mohair. I mean, it's soft, it's nice. But I know a lot of people, or some people, it seems like 50-50. You either love it or you hate it. Hate/are allergic to it. I think I might be one of those people that has like a mild allergy to it. It's like, every time I wear it, I get really hot in here. And it makes me kind of itchy. So sadly, I don't wear it. I don't know what I should do with it, if I should frog it. I think it would be a nightmare to frog. I honestly don't know if I could, because the mohair is so, it just binds together so much. So, and there's a few things about it that I don't like. Like, I knit it longer. I knit it to the length that it suggested, and I think since then I figured out that I prefer cropped sweaters, just how they look on my body. I wear high-waisted bottoms most of the time, so I like my sweaters to kind of meet at the waist with whatever pants or skirts I'm wearing. So the sweater's hard to wear because it's longer, so I don't want to wear it over my pants, so then I just look like a rectangle. I don't want to tuck it into anything because it's quite heavy on the bottom. So anyways, I don't wear it. Another thought that I had was maybe, because I do have a little bit of yarn left over, I was thinking about steeking it, which, if you don't know, is cutting it up the middle. So I could cut it up the center and knit some edging on either side and maybe make it into a cardigan. I don't know if that might be, I might wear it more because then I'd be wearing it over clothes. I'd be more likely to wear it like over a t-shirt or over a tank or something, and then it wouldn't be touching me here. It would be more on my arms, which I might not react to as badly. So I've had that thought. Anyways, what was I saying? Started knitting. That was the yarn that I got in Berlin in 2018, in the fall of 2018. And so when I got home after that, I knit that sweater. Finished it in May 2019. That was the first sweater I knit. Learned a lot. Enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process a lot. Anyways, So I've been knitting sweaters ever since. I love knitting sweaters now. I haven't knit too many. I've knit a few smaller things like tanks and this t-shirt. I haven't talked about this, but this is a Jessie May Designs pattern, the ripple crop top. And it's quite cropped on me. The back is longer than the front and it crops like right here, which like I just said, I like cropped things, but this is a little bit like, my waist is like here and it's cropped to like, I don't know, like here. So I have to wear something under it or wear it under something overalls. I wear it probably like this the most. I love this tee. It's very comfortable. So I've knit a few things that are small like this. I should do a roundup and show all the things that I've knit sometime, but not today. So anyways, I finished my Aqua Marlene. I like it a lot. I have some ends to weave in. I have like an armpit weave in. I did one. It looks great. Very happy. But I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty wild. I weaved in one of the sleeves and I was like, I need a break. It's too much. And I'll probably like, it might be a while before I get back to it. I'm bad like that. Ah, here we go. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Woo! So many ends. I need to like sit down with a show and just do it. We'll see. We'll see about that. So I have two things, works in progress, that I want to show you. One is a new cast on since my last post video. And then one has been in like purgatory for a while because I think I mentioned last time that I am very bad at finishing things that I start, or I'll get it to most of the way and then give up on it. So let's start with that. This is my Cozy Classic Raglan, also by Jessie May Designs. This is the back. Okay, here it is. Bottom, it's a fade. I love the colors, how they faded. I grabbed a bunch of things from my stash. Again, I gravitate towards a lot of similar colors I find, especially with yarn. I like the light tones. These are a lot of like beiges, but I definitely like light blushes and stuff. Light pinks. I don't know. So these ones all kind of went together, and this was one of the first patterns that I made a swatch for. I'm very bad at swatching. So this is the swatch that I made. It actually looks like I'm really proud of this swatch. I put time and effort into it, and what a difference that makes. I did include yellow in my swatch because I have, like I mentioned, a lot of yellow. So that's what the yellow looks like, and I did not like how this looked. I didn't like that transition. I didn't think that it fit as well. Like, these all worked so well together. Like, this fade seems really natural to me, and this was like something just added on the bottom. So I was like, good thing I swatched, because we're not doing that. So anyways, proud of that. Super proud of that. So I can't really remember all the yarn. I'll show you the yarn that I'm using. I don't remember where I got all of it. So this is I remember where I got some of it. So this is like a plain beige. This is a Regia, and this I used in another sweater. I held it double with another color. So I had a bunch of this left over, and it works really well to like as a background. It is in here, so it's like kind of in here and fades to here, so it blends these two colors well, I think. Yeah, it works really well. Regia is a good basic fingering. It's usually for socks, but it works well for sweaters. This is it's covered in hair. This is a mystery. I don't know what this one is, where it came from. I don't know her story. I think I probably got it in like a fiber swap. I've signed up for a few like fiber shares and like a Christmas sock exchange. It might be from Christmas sock exchange. I think. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I don't know who made it or where it's from. This one is an Olon fiber. I don't really know. I love this color. Like I'm super drawn to colors when they're in the skein, and it's hard to tell what they're gonna look like wound up, but this is one that, like, love how it looks wound up and everything. And it is in here. You can kind of tell there's like some blues and some mauves in it, some browns, yellows. I like it a lot. It's gorgeous. And then the only other one, yeah, is this guy. Sure, this little bit left. So this is a Lichen and Lace. Little ball. I think it was called Wildflower or something. I bought it in the East when I was in the East Coast, in Halifax. I've set aside, I tried to measure out and set aside enough yarn, like of every color. I've divided them into two to do the sleeves, because that's what I have left to do is the sleeves. Yeah, I got this yarn when I was in Halifax, and I got the matching mohair, and between the time that I purchased it and the time that I finished my first sweater, I learned that I don't like mohair. So now I have a skein of mohair that I need to figure out what to do with. I don't know. It's really pretty. I was thinking the other day, actually, I've seen people do some patterns where it's like a fingering weight yarn as the body and then like mohair sleeves, and I kind of like that idea, like a tee. I saw people do that with the diaphanous raglan by Jessie May Designs. So I have that pattern. I have like most of her patterns because I love all her designs and I plan to knit them all someday. So I was looking through that pattern the other day, actually, and there are different sleeve options. She's got like cap sleeve, ruffle sleeve, balloon sleeve, and a few others. So it's like the body is fingering weight. It has a V-neck, which I'm not sure about. I don't normally like V-necks and how they look on me, but I mean, why not? And then the sleeves are just knit in mohair, so they're diaphanous. Like, that's where the name came from. I like that. So they're transparent and floaty and really cute. So I thought that knitting something like that would be really cute with like the ruffle sleeves. So it'd be like here, roughly, and then hopefully maybe that wouldn't bother me too much if it was just touching my arms, the mohair. It would not use all of it by any means, but it would use some of it, so it would be nice to use some of it up. So I was thinking about that. We'll see if that comes to fruition. So as you can see, crazily, I have all my sleeve stitches held on both sides. I just need to sit down and knit them. So maybe if I keep it close to me, just so I have to bump into it every day, then maybe I'll be like, wow, I'll finish this. And it's not like, the sleeves don't take any time, and I know that, especially because I don't like knitting full-length sleeves. I like my sleeves to be 3/4 because I always roll up my sleeves all day long, so I think that's a waste of my time, a waste of yarn for me to be knitting something and then crinkling it up all day long and kind of ruining the sweater. So I was like, gee, why don't I just knit as far as I want to wear them? Because I don't like stuff around my wrists. When I'm doing stuff, I like to be free to move. So I only need to knit 3/4 sleeves. It won't take me any time. Stupid. We'll see. So that's one of my works in progress, and then my other one it's also a cozy classic raglan. I've knit one already to completion. It fits awesome. I love it. It's a great design. I did knit the smaller size in it. I knit the size small, which I can't remember. I think that is exactly my bust size. Like it's like the small is finished garment is 38 inches. And the pattern is designed to have some positive ease, I think like 4 to 6 inches. So if I was knitting it to pattern, I would have knit the medium, but I wanted it to be more fitted. I just wanted to see what that fit like, and I like how that fit. So I have one that's finished, one that's in progress, and I'm knitting another one. But this one's not for me. Let me show you. Let me find the best way. I should have put this on bigger needles, but I'm running out of needles because my needles are on various projects everywhere. So this is how far I've gotten on this one. Not too far. I'm, I think, halfway through the increases, through the neck. I love this color. I love this color. I've already told you how much I love this color. Maroon, burgundy, it is gorgeous. So this is not for me. This is for a friend of mine, Avery. She asked me if I could knit her a sweater, and I said yes. I have found that I like knitting for other people. I didn't know if I would, but I think I like knitting for other people when they ask for it and they know what they're getting. I don't want to knit something for somebody that doesn't expect it, you know, because I don't know. I've gifted stuff to people before and they're like, thanks. So making stuff for people can be hard, especially if they're not makers. So I don't like to do it unless they ask specifically. So all that to say, Avery asked me if I could knit her a sweater, and I was like, yes. I've done it 2 other times and enjoyed the process immensely. I can give up on a sweater for myself immediately. I don't owe myself anything, apparently. So I won't, like, I will put like my cozy classic raglan, I'll just throw it away and say that I'll finish it someday. But when I'm knitting for other people, I'm like, I have to finish this. It needs to be done by this time. And that's like, I will monogamously knit on it until it's done. So, which is great. I think that's really good. Knowing myself and knowing that I tend to put things aside and forget about them. I was nervous about that, but now I've discovered that I do have some follow through. Thank heavens. Same with the socks. When I was knitting these socks, I was nervous because for myself, I will knit one sock and maybe half of the second sock and then I won't finish it. Which sucks because I love knit socks. I love them, and I'm finally figuring out the fit, how I like to knit them, all that good stuff. But I will knit one and forget about them. But because I had to finish this for the test knit, I did it, thankfully. I knit the first one in like 3 days, and then the second one took me like 2 weeks. I think I started it on the 10th of August. So I finished the first one on the 13th, and it's now the 26th. I finished them yesterday. Oh well, I got it done. I'm happy about that. I'll show you the yarn that I'm using for the Cozy Classic Raglan for my friend. So I'm holding 2 yarns together. The pattern recommends fingering weight and mohair, and knowing how I feel about mohair, I did not want to force that on somebody else without them knowing what that texture feels like. I don't know if she has an allergy. She probably doesn't know. Like, who would know that until you have a sweater that's knit with mohair and you're like, cool, itchy. So I was like, I need to find an alternative. So it does say fingering weight held with mohair or DK. So the other 2 Cozy Classic Raglans that I have knit holding 2 fingering weight yarns together. So that's what I'm doing for this one, 2 fingering weight yarns held together. So first off, I have this Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Fine. It is baby alpaca blended with nylon for durability. So this is it. It is so soft. I cannot get over how soft it is. It's gorgeous, beautiful color. The color is Merlot Red. 75% alpaca, 25% polyamide, which is a nylon. So this, I really struggled. So she asked for it in like a burgundy color, which I was like, great, love that color, happy to. And I went to my local yarn store and I struggled finding that color in fingering weight. So I looked in the DK, I spent a little bit of time, so I looked in the DK section, I found a couple options. There were some great options in DK. One of them was a little bit marled, so it had a little bit of color variance in the like single strand of the yarn, and so I showed her like 3 options, and she liked that one the best. She said she liked how the 2 colors worked together and kind of made it like have some dimension, which I agree. I really like the look of how like Marline looks. So I'll show you kind of up close. So these are 2 different colors held together, so you can kind of see there is some like color variance between the 2 skeins. So this is the second skein. I'll show you. This one is Sandnes Garn Sisu. It's German. So this is the color, and it's a little more, it's a deeper burgundy, a little more plum. So holding them 2 together, I definitely feel like the Juniper Moon is a true maroon, a true burgundy. So holding them together, you can see like this one is quite purple in comparison to this one, which is more red. But together, they're perfect. It's like it's a deep maroon wine color. I love them. The Sisu yarn is 80% wool, 20% nylon. So should be very durable, which is great. The alpaca makes it so soft. I love alpaca, so I hope she doesn't have an allergy to alpaca, but I find it's a lot. I have sensitive skin, so I figure like if it doesn't bother me, it probably won't bother anybody. I really like alpaca. I've used it one other time in knitting mittens, and they're my favorite mittens. I love them. So I'm definitely finding I'm quite drawn to that. So these are the colors that I'm holding together. I wound them together. Actually had the foresight to wind the yarn together, because when you're knitting with 2 strands of yarn, they tend to get twisted when you're knitting, and it's kind of a nightmare. So I actually wound them together in a ball so that I can pull as if they're one strand, and it's working very nicely. So this is what they look like together. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, very, very excited. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to see how it's gonna in about a month, less than a month. And I'm hoping to have it separated for the sleeves, and I might knit 1 full sleeve and then let her try it on. I like trying my knits on part way to make sure they fit, which is why I love knitting top down if I can. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm hoping to have that much finished. I mean, I've made pretty good progress. I cast it on like a couple days ago, so but I'll just keep chugging along. Yeah, so it would be nice for her to be able to try it on and confirm that it does fit, and then I'll finish knitting it. So yeah, that's that. So that's the end of the things that I am currently working on, and I'll show you some yarn that I got a little while back that I have plans for. I think I mentioned last episode that I enjoy color work a lot. I like two-stranded color work, so patterns where it's at most 2 colors at a time. I mean, they can have as many colors as you want, but when you're throwing like 3 or 4 strands of yarn, I struggle with that. I haven't figured that out yet, because I mean, the issue really is tension and just like juggling, like getting used to your hands moving like that. So I have figured out how to like very comfortably knit two stranded color work by having one strand in each hand, so throwing and picking at the same time. Normally I can't remember which is which. Continental, I think, is also called picking, where you hold the yarn in your left hand, that's what I do. I hope that's right. The other one is English, or throwing, which I do not do. I don't find that feels as natural to me. That's when you hold the yarn in your right hand. But when I get set up, I can have a ball on either side, and once I get going, I can really like get into it. I like the rhythm of it. Took me a little while to like sit down and figure that out. But I'm very happy that I did. Very happy. So I have 2 sweaters planned. Yes, let me show you. Both of them it's all Hello Stella yarn, so I did a bit of a splurge and got a bunch of her yarn. I love her colors. So this is my plan for, you know what? I don't remember the patterns. I don't remember what they're called. Hang on. I've got them here. One of them's, the first one's by Andrea Maury. And I love her patterns. She knits them, she designs them very well. She designs a lot of patterns, so she's kind of got the pattern writing down to an art. So the Mackworth sweater, I'll show you. I hope this shows up on camera. The Mackworth sweater is this. Hopefully that showed. This is the Mackworth by Andrea Maury. So it's got a 3-color yoke. So I picked this from Hello Stella. This is Nebula. It's like a purple. It's a nice true purple. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, fingering weight yarn. Yeah, super beautiful. And then I have these 3 colors. I don't remember their names, sorry. So these are the 3 colors that I want to hold with it. So like a mint, yellow, and a blush. I love these colors. This is what they all look like together. Just really nice. I think that'll be really nice. So that's one that I want to do. And then the other one, this is a sweater I've seen a lot of people do and in a lot of different colors. It is the Birkin sweater by Caitlyn Hunter, and this is what it looks like. Again, hope that shows. So it has 5 colors. 5? 4 colors in the colorwork section. And it starts like 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. So I think that's going to be really pretty. The main color that I got for that, I saw somebody do a similar color, and I was like super inspired by it. So I'm copying. Loosely inspired by. This is the color. So this is called Gold Rush. It's like a gold color. So it's like, it's really not too yellow, but it's not too orange. It's really nice. Yeah, so I got 3 skeins of that. I'm not 100% certain with fingering weight if I need 2 skeins or 3 skeins to knit a full sweater. So this will be my, because I've, like the full sweaters that I've knit have been in like multiple, like the Cozy Classic Raglan with 2 held together, and I'm using multicolors, so I could figure it out. I just haven't done the math to figure out how much yarn I really need. But I'm figuring, because I like them cropped with shorter sleeves, that it will be okay. Like, because the first one I only got 2 skeins for, but the Birkin I did get 3 skeins because I wasn't sure if I could get more. So I mean, worst case scenario, I have leftovers, which is fine. And then for the one I have 2, for the Mackworth, if I run out of yarn, then I'll just like knit shorter sleeves. That's fine. I'm sure I could at least get elbow length with a cropped sweater. Right? I don't know. We'll find out. The colors I got to go with it are these. You're gonna see a lot of crossover between these 2 sweaters. So these are the 4 colors that I picked. These are also Hello Stella fingering weight yarn. These are mini skeins. She had a bunch of mini skein packs that I was obsessed with and grabbed a whole bunch of them. So there's like this mint and pink is the exact same like mint and pink that I'm using for the Mackworth. And then in the Mackworth I'm using this, which I now realize is Golden Rush, and that's the exact same that I'm using for the body of the Birkin. And then in the Birkin I'm using this purple, which again I'm realizing is Nebula, which matches the main color I'm using for the Mackworth. Do I like a certain palette? Maybe. Who's to say? So those are 2 sweaters that I have planned. I want to cast them on desperately. I want to cast them on really badly, but I don't want to cast them on until I finish one of the 3 sweaters that I'm working on now. So I showed last week the Azure Sweater. I'm not going to show that this time because I've added like an inch to the body. I finished the sleeves, finished the top. I just have to knit the body. And I have 2 balls of yarn left. They're 25 grams each, so they should go by pretty quickly. I've figured out that it takes about 1 gram of yarn to go around once, to do 1 round, so I should have 50 rounds left, 50 rows left to knit, which isn't too bad. I just need to sit down and do it. So last night I sat down and I finished. I had like half of 1 ball, so I finished that. And that added like this much to the sweater, which is great, but it's not going to look any different than what I showed last time. So I need to either finish that, my Cozy Classic raglan, I need to add the arms, or get to a spot where I'm comfortable on Avery's sweater. I'm not casting anything else on until I achieve one of those 3 things. That's what I'm telling myself. So hopefully that's motivation enough. Because I have the Mackworth, the Birkin, and then I talked last time about the new yarn that I got from Granui Yarn, which is so beautiful, so beautiful. And I want to cast it on, but I'm going to use these sweaters as motivation to cast that on. Because I got this yarn a while back with plans, and I want to achieve that before I dive into anything new. So that's why I'm not buying yarn, because I have literally 3 sweaters planned. So that should keep me busy through the fall, which is great. I have no problem with that. I've finished a handful of sweaters since we've been in isolation, quarantine, because of the COVID pandemic. I finished a few sweaters, so I have, maybe I'll show them next time, just all this sweaters that I've knit, things that I've knit, and so yeah, I'll have a few going into fall, which will be really nice to wear. I'm very excited about that. Not that I have anywhere to go, but that's fine. So I do have one other sweater planned, and I'm not going to talk about it until next episode. I think that it'll be more exciting to like have something to share later. Just the teaser, I spin my own yarn also. You might see this like pile of fluff behind me. It's all wool, which some of it I've spun into yarn. I'm not gonna talk about that this episode. We'll maybe save it for another day. Because ideally I won't be buying new yarn for a little while, so I kind of want to have something to show you next time. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't really have anything else to share, but yeah, I look forward to doing this again. So thank you for joining me, and we'll talk later. Bye!